I came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks, and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti. It's the story of a girl becoming a hero. The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me." But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
This sounds familiar.
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world.
Oh boy, they're not even trying to be subtle about the reference.
And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
Look at Shenhe.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Okay, so use visions to find the Star Splinter, or how exactly you use vision to find it? Oh. Okay, is this it? Yeah, this must be it, right? Oh yeah, Albedo's visions also glows up. Interesting. What about Xingqiu? Yeah, his also go. I wonder. So it doesn't glow when it's near our traveler. It doesn't glow when it's near any Archons, I would imagine. Yeah, because it's fake. They don't have visions. But Peito? Yep, it glows. Okay, that's a neat little detail that they put there.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhong said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Oh wait, this village is not abandoned anymore? Usually there's like a lot of treasure hoarders in this place.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Sybrosium.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Subrosium, but I think you can find some information in the village. This place is deserted now. No one ever comes here, so you can rummage around all you want.
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around.
Is he her father?
Don't worry. Mingjun has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
I came back here once before, a few years ago. Alone. I hid it from Master at the time. It was deserted then, too, except for a few low-life bandits. Everyone and everything I remembered was long gone. But as people were passing by, they stopped to admire me. They praised me, telling me I gave off the aura of an adeptus. I tried explaining to them that I wasn't an adeptus, just an ordinary person who came from this village. But no one believed me. When I saw how run down all these houses were, I felt at a loss. It was like I took a look at the world, and on the surface, it looked like a vast realm with so many places I could go. Then I looked a little closer, and there was nowhere for me to go at all.
Suddenly, so much time has gone by. Everything has changed.
Last time I visited, I felt so upset. But today, I don't know why, but it feels different.
It is easy for your mind to run wild when you are alone. But this time, you are with your friends, aren't you?
Yes, my friends.
We're going to leave them alone to talk things out. They need to catch up. Records of Changqing Village. A branch family of exorcists used to live in the east of the village, but in around 2 weeks, the mother died of disease. The young daughter went missing, and shortly after, the father hanged himself on a tree in the yard of his house. Well, that's kinda dark. Okay, so that man is definitely not Shenhe's father then. It has been confirmed that traces of an evil god's remains were found in the village. The villagers are panicking as no one is certain whether the evil god's remains are gone for good. Do be careful when you are in this area.
The remains of a god, an abandoned village, Mount Tianheng. Does this mean that the true story of the divine damsel of devastation happened right here, in this village? The time frame certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area. Let's keep looking around.
Well, she didn't know that the protagonist of her story was right beside her all along.
What's this?
Rag notebook. The doctor said you were gravely ill. Don't worry, I will give everything I have to save you. My heart bleeds whenever I see you getting wearier, your illness beyond treatment. How I wish I could suffer the pain for you. You said you had no regrets in this life, that you only wished for me to take good care of Shenhe. But you regret nothing. Why the tears? I don't know what I've been doing lately. Though I still breathe, I feel like an empty shell. I have read all the ancient texts I could get my hands on, looking for ways to save you. But it is utterly futile. I finally found it. It was Mingjun. He had kept the book that could save you hidden. I took it and followed its instruction to summon a god and offer a sacrifice. The god appeared. I told him I was willing to exchange my life for yours. He kept silent and only pointed at our daughter, Shenhe. The god said her fate was to bear the curse of calamity and that she was prone to bring harm to those close to her. The god also said she might even have been the cause of your death. In that case, I thought I should. I left her in the cave that the god mentioned. 3 days have passed and still no news. I grow restless from waiting, seized by an ominous feeling. I'm sorry, my love. Forgive me. You too, Shenhe. Please, forgive me. How stupid I was. How blind! Let me apologize to both of you in person. Maybe this is a true story of the divine damsel of devastation.
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel?
Yeah, it's hard to believe, but yes.
Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father.
Yeah.
Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh, it looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
Mountainous miscellany. Magic engraved on Sabrosium does not wear easily. Some believe the stone to be a bridge between the living and the dead. However, finding Sabrosium is no easy matter. You need to be at the right place at the right time. Legend has it that you may find Sabrosium if you stand in the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk and look in the direction of the setting sun.
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. And, well, we all know how that story ended. I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still hate him?
I don't know what I feel. I'm told my fate is to bear the curse of calamity, so my master bound my soul with red ropes to curb my aggression. But it also dampened my emotions, making me dispassionate, like the Adepti. So if you ask me how I feel about the past, if I hate my father or not, the truth is, I feel nothing at all.
It must have been so tough for you all these years. Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. Shenhe, it brings me some solace knowing that you are okay. I'll tell you more about the old times next time we meet.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Just now, in the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts, so I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Oh, is this it? Okay, this looks like what is call it? Like that blue jade thing, but just like Q-shifted a little bit.
Oh, goodness. This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and says it'd take a lot of research for him to get up to speed.
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on them while you go about your business. Don't worry. It won't take me too long.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next, but where should we find items relating to the Adepti?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got this then?
Yes. I have been training with the Adepti for years. I know a thing or two about making sigils. When we first met, I told you I came for the Jade Chamber, not the contest. In fact, I came specifically to deliver Adepti sigils. Master heard that Ningguang was planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber, so she sent me to deliver some Adepti sigils to her. Master also said she hoped that I can take this opportunity to rejoin human society. But now that I'm here, I wonder if I've been removed from the world for too long. There's so much basic knowledge that I lack. Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after all. But either way, I'm very glad to have met you, and I'll take care of those Adepti sigils.
Without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, I can't say whether you should stay or not. But now that our paths have crossed, we'll always have a connection. So if you're ever feeling down, come find me on my ship. There'll be a drink waiting for you.
Thank you. So, Master Zhang, I'll need to use your facilities to make the sigils.
Fine by me. I'm actually curious to see how the Adepti arts work. Maybe I'll learn something.
Do you need, like, metals to create the sigils?
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though they are in some respects inferior to my master's, I can assure you there will be no quality issues.
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Oh yeah, oh god. It's almost done. Wow, they're really quick about this now, do they?
Oh, already? All three of you found them together. Okay, I see. The Wonder Cores and Adepti sigils look good. It seems that we found our winners.
Yay!
I hereby announce that the winners of this material procurement contest are the Traveler, Yunjin, and Beidou.
What? It's over already? I haven't even found the prostrate yet!
I can't believe it. So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the Jade Chamber, where Lady Ningguang is waiting for you. Captain Beidou has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please come with me for now.
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky.
That was quick.
Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise. Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber?
Wow. But who is going to watch it? It's only like Ningguang, right?
The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
A traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question?
Okay, prepare to be disappointed, everybody.
I should clarify. I do not know your brother's whereabouts. Please, Don't waste your question on this matter. Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Okay.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging.
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet a little later than expected. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest.
Yeah.
Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
That's sus.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Wait, are you guys hunting for Tui?
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence!
Alright. Well, guess who's back?
Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex by Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex. Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it. Well, let's go fetch the Adepta.
No. In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
Okay. She basically do herself the void. Oh, the Quajon Ballista. Oh, it's everywhere. Okay. Are we going to get into the action, or...?
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
What are we going to do?
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
What are you doing here? The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
Well, it's not really hard. Oh, but we're running out of real estate real quick. Yeah, I was actually wondering if that's going to be like... Oh wait, why is there 3 health bars? Oh, there is 3 heads? Okay.
Moment of birth.
Let me weave you a verse. No, my sword!
Okay. It's kinda a shame that this is going to be like just a one-time thing instead of like an actual like boss fight. Oh god. Well, it's nice for you to stay there. Where to next? Where to next? Okay, there you are. Oh.
Come into being. Feel this ancient power.
Think you can bully me?
Transfiguration!
Okay, another head.
No, my sword!
Okay, another vortex. Okay, she's just basically delaying this, right? Yeah. Come on. Come on now. Come on, there you go. There you go. Done.
This place is unstable. It is too risky to continue pursuing her. If the place collapsed, the consequences would be disastrous. Let's head back.
Are you alright?
I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me.
Yeah, I didn't expect myself to follow you either.
Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
She escaped.
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis has been safely averted. When you visit the Jade Chamber in the future, you will be afforded generous treatment.
Thank you.
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyan Stone Forest and the surrounding waters have returned to normal.
Thank you. How are the Millilith?
Thanks to the medical supplies you prepared and Lady Keqing's command, our losses were minimal. Of course, we owe huge thanks to this young lady for her help. On behalf of the entire Millilith, thank you for your service.
Well, Shenhe protected us, just like the hero in the story.
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun's opera, I'll be able to take the compliments. I wasn't trying to be a hero, though. I just wanted to protect you.
Aww, that's sweet.
Let the soldiers recuperate, but don't let your guard down. If she returns with a vengeance, we must be prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shenhe.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another Jade Chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong Ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you hereafter.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Aww.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
Ah, short. Here we go again.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis. This banquet must be the most spectacular ever.
Alright. Yeah, that is a lot of massive fortification. Oh, I can talk to everyone here. Okay. Fetching, good job.
The Millilith's casualties are within the range we expected. But in hindsight, there were still flaws with our plan. If we'd had more time, we could have built a barrier here to absorb the impact of the waves.
Yeah.
We must learn from this experience and never repeat the same mistakes again. We were fortunate to have your assistance this time. Thank you.
I mean, to be frank, it will not hurt to actually let us in on the plan, right? We're, after all, still human, and it's okay to ask for help. And which is like one of many criticisms I have for this beautiful quest, by the way. You, sir? Any words? No? Okay. What about you, sir? No? No. Okay.
All of you here are my distinguished guests. I am determined that each of you thoroughly enjoys yourself. Those who don't drink alcohol, please, help yourself to other beverages. Fine wine is a delight to the senses, but it is far from the only one. I trust you will find the marvelous view from the Jade Chamber to be an equally gratifying indulgence.
Have you heard? Miss Yun's going to be performing today.
Sure have. Honestly, it's the main reason I'm here. I've never missed any of Miss Yun's performances, and I don't intend to start now. I hear she's going to perform The Divine Damsel of Devastation today, the one written by her father. I've been so excited that I've barely slept the last few nights.
Hey, look! Miss Yun is going on stage!
界明丧。翻越茫茫千源头，天伦三去江湖遥。蛛丝复觉兰柯桥，须弥红旗飘。可贵不见杏花表，蛛丝望结魂翻飘。明光红尘渺渺，烟消。
神女劈冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，
唱与诸位听，世道为民人不识，自有知音和情思，功名烈烈见了情，只知无愁心。爱情。
彼时鹤归，茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
Beautiful, beautiful.
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well.
Yeah, that is beautiful. I'm kind of glad that they used the original Mandarin languages instead of like translating it to English, because it's not going to be the same Chinese opera. I've never actually watched a Chinese opera myself. My parents did, and they don't actually like it because they got their word, not mine. They said that they got headache from watching it because like the singer kind of sings like in a very high pitch, right? So, but yeah, I kind of like that. I like that.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I've found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are.
Oh God.
Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an Adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Yeah. Well, it seems you still have a long way to go.
Hey, what are you doing?
Now that I think about it, I'm glad Master sent me here to deliver the sigils. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the chance to meet you.
Ah.
I'm sure I have much to learn from you in the future.
Alright, what about Junchin?
To act, one must first feel. After our trip to Mount Tianheng together, I felt much more in touch with the character today. I believe I was able to deliver a more profound performance because of it. Next time I have a new opera, may we study the character together again?
Sure. I mean, I think that is what your hangout event is going to be all about, so we're going to return back to you soon, Yunchin. Sooner than you might expect it. So, Ningguang.
You've made an exceptional contribution toward the building of the new Jade Chamber. I will not forget this. I shall be sure to repay your kindness at an appropriate juncture.
Much appreciated. Hello, NPCs?
I wonder when I'll be able to build a Jade Chamber of my own. it'll take a lot more wealth than I have now. But hey, you've got to dream big. Who knows? If I keep working at it, maybe one day.
More wine! More wine!
Lumen just make that expression.
Drinking and watching opera in the Jade Chamber. A rare and exquisite pleasure.
I have like several... Okay. Oh god, I almost fall down. Ningguang, I know you like floating palaces and all, but wouldn't it be safer if you put on like a railing on the sides? Because people will fall. It's just a matter of time. Oh god. I have a huge appreciation for this Archon quest. It is less of an Archon quest and it's more of a like extended character story quest. It does have like a good climax at the end. Yeah, but overall, despite the inherent story structure problems and the fact that the climax comes out of nowhere, I think this is a fun Archon quest to come into. Now, I have a question though, because this where is it? Where is the archive? Now, I have a question though, because this Archon quest was called the Interlude Chapter Act 1. So does that mean we're going to have Act 2 and Act 3 in the future? And the symbol here is the Jade Chamber, so does that mean the Act 2 and Act 3 will also be about the new Jade Chamber? But with that being said, I think I'm going to end this episode right here. As always, if you like this video, then don't forget to leave a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, videos where I play Genshin Impact, Honkai Impact, or other indie games that I'm going to play in the future, then be sure to subscribe, because there is a lot more coming in this year. So what do you think? Do you agree with my criticisms? Do you find the quest kinda lacking in any sort of way? Let me know in the comment section below, and maybe we'll have a little discussions down there. And with that, I think I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.